Boost Your Body Image audio series by Verlisa Hooks, narrated by Joyce, Licorish. No part of this document may be reproduced in part or audio. All rights are reserved. 2020. Introduction. Hey, gorgeous! How did reading that statement make you feel? Affirmed? Lied to? Shocked? Embarrassed? Based on your reaction, I can tell where you stand with your body image. Confident, hateful, disconnected, insecure? If I peeled at the onion layer that is your self-image, I would likely uncover many thoughts you have collected over the years about your body, your style, and your health that make up your current belief system. Since I can't sit with you one-on-one, I want to do the next best thing. Take you on a journey through your mind, exploring your thoughts, beliefs, and attitudes about your self-image. This book and the accompanying workbook are designed to tug at those onion layers and help you self-examine your mindset about your self-image. In the time it takes to finish this easy-to-read book and spend some alone time in the workbook, I will help you reframe your negative thoughts into loving and inspiring thoughts about your body, your style, and your health. Tall order? No way. Depending on your reaction to that very first statement, hey, gorgeous, you can get clues about how you feel. Then you can assess it more and understand why you had that immediate reaction. Some thoughts might be: confident. You have a healthy sense of how you look. You recognize that you are beautiful. Not in an arrogant way. Okay, maybe. But mostly in the way that comes from a healthy view of your body and your sense of style. Hateful. If your reaction to the compliment was, "Yeah, right, you're a liar," you might be in a space of hating your body. You may have had a specific experience or subtle chipping away at your esteem that has caused you to turn on yourself. Disconnected. If you were walking down the street and someone you thought was handsome or pretty complimented you, would you feel shocked? If this is your response, you may be disconnected from your self-image. You may be doing all the right things with diet, exercise, and fashion and still be clueless to the image that you are projecting. Insecure. Chances are, if you feel insecure when given a compliment, you are living with a pendulating self-image, swinging back and forth in your mind between confidence and hate. There are days when you feel invincible, but are easily crumbled when criticized or feeling inferior. Looking at your reaction and asking yourself some key questions will help uncover your subconscious thinking and open the inner dialogue needed to improve your body image. The first exercise in the workbook is designed to do just that. Stay tuned. Why does any of this matter? Why does body image matter? Why does thinking about your image play a role in anything other than vanity? Isn't it conceited to think too highly about yourself? No! Having a healthy self-image, which includes your body, mind, and style, transfers over into all areas of life. Believe it or not, your ability to love yourself, cellulite and all, makes you better able to love others, work well in society, make more money, be a better parent, and so much more. It isn't conceited to place a value on yourself. It goes beyond accepting yourself, which is a politically correct way of saying, love me even though I am not perfect. You don't need to be accepted. You need to be celebrated. There is no achievable beauty standard because the standard is never set in stone and is always a moving target. Aside from health standards like good hygiene and physical fitness, every other aspect of style and beauty is a trend. Trends change, which means sooner or later, the things that make you unique and beautiful will fall in and out of favor. Get used to it. So, let's start the journey to improving your body image and celebrating the unique aspects that make you, you. Workbook exercise number 1. Head over to the accompanying workbook for exercise number 1 and explore your thoughts on being called gorgeous. Answer some easy questions about body image. See you there. What's your body image? Based on your workbook answers, what would would you say your body image is? Positive? Negative? Somewhere in between? Our body image is the set of personal beliefs we have about our physicality and our style. No matter what the reality is, how we think of ourselves is a culmination of personal thoughts, outward experiences, and upbringing. I call these the 3 P's of body image. Let's look. Parents. Our parents play a significant role in shaping our body image. There is a fairy tale that reads something like this. Only qualified people who have passed a comprehensive test can have children. Super duper not true. Anyone with functioning reproductive organs can have a child. This means children are born to all sorts of parents, highly functioning and not so much. Your parents' personal beliefs and self-image have likely been transferred to you since the day you were born. Their feelings about beauty, health, compliments, nature, and nurture were all being poured out on you from the moment you left the womb. While my sincerest hope is your parents doted over you, speaking kindness and feeding you organic foods, there's a chance that didn't happen. Your body image is tied to your earliest experiences when you were a child. Side note, you have been doing the same to your own children. Playground. At some point, developmentally, you detached from your parents as the center of the universe and discovered playmates and went to school. The playground is one of the most hostile and overt places on the planet. Every child born to every type of parent is bouncing up against each other with one thing in common. No filters. Children are brutally honest and very opinionated. They point out every flaw, say exactly what's on their mind, and have no life experience outside of the rules of engagement they have learned at home. Children are in school for nearly 15 years before they reach adulthood. This time is often the best of times or the worst of times, depending on your ranking. The pecking order of beauty standards and being accepted or rejected is unique to each school, community, and geographic location. Your personal beliefs about beauty and where you fall on the beauty scale are significantly formed from your school-aged experiences. Often, the things that make you unique are threatening to the developmental need to be the same during adolescence. It isn't until leaving your hometown and or having experiences outside of the childhood bubble that people break free from some of the brain fog caused by their peers. Preferences. If you've got eyes, you've got preferences. Heck, if you've got ears, a nose, and can touch, you've got preferences. Our senses help us create our preferences. While some preferences can be influenced through peers, media, culture, and other means, mostly our preferences come from that innermost place that says, I like this. You can live in a household that appreciates certain things and still develop a preference for something else. You can live your whole childhood in a pack of kids who love X and still prefer Y. Your preferences influence your self-image. If you covet something that you do not have, you may develop a poor self-image if you can't achieve it. Case in point, Michael Jackson. He spent his life, money, and mindset trying to be something he was not in the natural. He desired a look that was not in line with his DNA or his race. This caused him to have a poor self-image and endure expensive and painful procedures trying to reach his preferences, all the way denying to everyone that he was doing anything to change his appearance. How you form your body image is a culmination of the 3 P's and other factors that make an impact along the way, especially the media. Assuming you are of average intelligence and do not have a mental illness, it is safe to assume that any false beliefs you have about your body can be made right with some guidance and new ways of thinking. Why is it so important to pay attention and improve body image? Your body image is a gateway to your perceptions of the world. Having a healthy body image is a reflection and predictor of how you show up as a family member, business owner, or employee. community member, and more. Let me break this down. Healthy body image. People with a healthy body image are generally very accepting and have grace for things that are not perfect. They generally set clear boundaries and recognize toxicity for what it is. People who have a healthy body image tend to be more personally satisfied and have healthier relationships with others. Some character traits that define people with healthy body image are helpfulness, kindness, generosity, being witty, dependability, being confident, trustworthiness. Unhealthy body image. People who struggle with an unhealthy body image are generally negative. They are sometimes withdrawn and less likely to embrace opportunity or fully enjoy life. They are oftentimes negative and unwilling or unable to give and receive compliments. They stand on the sidelines and silently grumble about how unfair life is. Some character traits that define people with an unhealthy body image are self-deprecating behaviors, being judgmental, negativity, insecurity, passive aggressiveness, being non-committal, having low energy. Where you stand on body image is an indicator on where you stand on other areas of life. You most likely can't have a healthy self-image and truly be able to pour positivity into others. Your true feelings will leak out eventually. The great news is that your perceptions, once realized, can be changed. As I mentioned above, your parents were the first people to impact your body image, whether overt or subvert. They shaped your coexistence with food, beauty, health, exercise, and so much more. If you didn't have parents with healthy body images and self-esteem, you might not have gotten the nurturing you deserved in your formative years. If you were living with any sort of abnormality or something that made you different, your playground experience may have been difficult. If your preferences fell out of the status quo, you may have felt like a fish out of water or unable to express yourself in the manner you really wanted. Whether or not you are a parent, you are making an impact wherever you are and influencing others with your beliefs and actions. Having the healthiest self-image possible will make it possible for you to make a positive impact on those you influence. If these concepts are coming to you long after you have begun a family, it isn't too late to flip the switch and make a positive impact. It is never too late to change your mindset and live a better life. Workbook exercise number 2. The key to turning around a negative self-image is being aware that your mindset is askew. Head to your workbook and dive into exercise number 2, which is designed to get you to pay attention to your body image and look for areas of your thinking you want to improve. I'll meet you there. Celebrate yourself. I have a pet peeve that I'm going to be brave enough to share with you. I don't particularly like the phrase, accept yourself for who you are. For me, that phrase indicates that there is something about you that is substandard, and the best you can do is accept it and move on. That you can live your best life despite the things that aren't normal. Blech. First off, there is no normal. As I have said, the norm changes all the time. Things fall in and out of fashion or favor in the blink of an eye, or a change of a season. Additionally, accepting yourself for who you are is futile when who you are is morphing and changing every moment. The better phrase and focus are, celebrate yourself. In any given moment, under any circumstance, there is something to celebrate. At no time is everything right or everything wrong. There is always a mixture of both. Things you prefer and things you'd rather be different. Celebrate. Being in the celebratory frame of mind creates the space to love the things you do like while working on the things you don't like. You may think you have cute feet, but wish your thighs were shapelier. Celebrate. You may be growing your hair out and have visions of long locks. Celebrate your in-between hair stage. Loving yourself along the way while morphing into something better will make the effort far more worth it. You don't have to accept anything, and you don't have to postpone your celebration for some day in the future when you've met the goal. Don't tolerate, celebrate. Stop aiming for unattainable beauty ideals. Most of the images and examples you see in print and other forms of media are photoshopped or digitally enhanced. The actual model in the ad doesn't even look like the image you see. The illusion is just that, an illusion of what the media is trying to sell you. The media isn't trying to sell you an item. They are trying to mold our thoughts into a feeling about what it means to own that item, drink that drink, have that experience, etc. That's why most of the time you are witnessing an ad that depicts an experience more than a product. H. Jackson Brown Jr., an author, wrote, "People may not exactly remember what you did or what you said, but they will always remember how you made them feel." This translates to imagery we see from media and advertisers. We may not remember what was being sold or the tagline from the ad, but we will likely remember how the ad made us feel. This is the same for the trend, the hot ticket item, the brand, etc. When we aim for unattainable standards, it is usually because we are searching for a feeling that goes with it. Feelings like being accepted, being popular, being attractive, being desirable. Trends come and go, and what is in favor now is sure to fall out and be replaced by something new and equally challenging to achieve. The fact is, within each trend, there is something about it that aligns with who you are right in this moment. There is always an element of a current trend that anyone can play with. The question is, do you want to play? If the answer is yes, then find the ways to embrace the trend or the beauty ideal with where you are. In fashion, there is always a way to wear a trend no matter your age, size, ethnicity, or income level. In design, there is always a way to achieve a look no matter your budget or geographic limitations. In personal style, you can be and do anything with where you are and what you have. Educate yourself and get curious about how to adopt a standard or trend. If you are inspired to make a personal change, go for it. But realize you don't have to do anything radical to explore a new trend. You can love yourself and your body no matter what. That's worth celebrating. Amy Schumer is an American comedian who wrote and starred in the movie I Feel Pretty. In this movie, the main character Renee struggles with body image issues and confidence. She hits her head and awakes to having a body image that sees herself as gorgeous, unstoppable, and confident despite not looking any different. Throughout the movie, the supporting characters are awestruck at the bold and confident way Renee moves through life, grabbing jobs, guys, and life situations that she wants in full confidence because she believes she is the ideal beauty standard. The lesson learned is her confidence is all that mattered. She had the experiences she had because she took them. People got behind her vision because she was confident. To the observer, she was not an ideal standard, but her confidence overrode the normal expectations. If you haven't watched the movie, I won't spoil the ending, but suffice it to say, it is a wonderful message for everyone that body image is all about your personal mindset and loving yourself. You can literally improve your body image making only one change: your mindset. Simply looking at the pros and cons of your current health, style, and self-image will open new opportunities to love on yourself and celebrate what you've got going on. Workbook exercise number 3. You can change your body image starting with your mindset. Head over to the workbook and start looking at what you love about your body, style, and health. Participate in a fun exercise that reframes your thoughts and mindset about body image. Go now! Focus on health and strength. The easiest way to build your confidence and improve your body image is to focus on health and strength. These are cornerstone aspects of life and never go out of style. Being the healthiest you can be and finding your personal strength builds character and stamina. It is far more important in the long run than following any trend or achieving a beauty standard. Having the perfect ombre hair color isn't nearly as amazing as being able to run a 5K with your family, though you literally could have both if you wanted to. Focusing on your health and strength includes eating better, moving more, setting goals, becoming mentally fit, overcoming obstacles. Let's look. Eating better. Notice I didn't say eating right. Eating right is a subjective term. Right for one person may be totally wrong for another. Eating better is a starting off point for gaining health and strength. Sometimes baby steps are better than radical and sweeping change. Consider doing research and looking at how you can make small improvements to your diet that will make an impact. Moving more. In the same way I didn't say eating right, I am not saying adopt a workout routine. Going from a sedentary lifestyle to developing strength is a continuum. Start with moving more. Get used to moving. And then consider introducing a more strenuous form of exercise. You don't have to join a CrossFit troop to begin to get stronger. Setting goals. Goal setting is a powerful way to set an intention and work towards it. Having a destination is the key to getting somewhere. Setting health and strength goals can morph over a time. Your initial goal may be to move 3 times per week and cut out 3 trips to the coffee shop. You may enhance those goals once you have achieved the first. Before long, you may be setting a goal to run half a marathon and eat vegan for 30 days. Becoming mentally fit. Change always requires a mindset shift. You can't make positive change without changing how you think. Something always happens on the road to becoming healthy and strong. Your mind shifts and becomes more mature, more focused, and deeper. Overcoming obstacles. Once you have set out to make change and become healthier and stronger, barriers are going to come. Whether it is stamina, willpower, or negative self-talk, you will have to conquer the barriers to move through them. The mental fitness makes this easier. The tougher you become from doing harder things and achieving them, the easier overcoming obstacles becomes. Reading what you can do to make healthier changes and get stronger is great and super motivating, but how to do it is always the most important part. Here are some thoughts about how you can make some health and strength changes in your life. Health. Shake a habit. Break one habit that is robbing you of your health. Taking charge of one of the habits contributing to your unhealthy self isn't that hard. If you fear not being able to do it, start with something very small, from cutting out potato chips to ditching the sugar-filled coffee. You can do it. Going through the motions of shaking the habit will build your maturity and your confidence and set you up to make bigger and bolder changes. Start a new habit. As you break one habit, fill that space with a better habit. Replace your sugar-filled coffee with fruit-infused tonic water. Replace your chips with healthy carrots for their crunch factor. Replacing a poor habit with a positive habit helps shape your mindset in a better way. You are losing and gaining at the same time. Losing everything associated with the bad habit and gaining everything tied to the good one. Get curious. Getting curious about what might be a better way to eat or be healthy is the first step toward success. When the student is ready, the teacher appears. Buddha. When you begin to seek out new ideas that suit you personally, the world opens to meet you. From trying paleo to simply eating organic, getting curious about the options is a perfect first step. Explore. From a local farmer's market to harvesting blueberries on your own, exploring makes making healthy changes exciting. Search for farm to fork restaurants or take a cooking class. Make your own yogurt or kombucha. Explore your local area and make healthy changes part of your recreation. Talk to someone. No one can do everything on their own. Sometimes it is best to include others in your plans. From a counselor to a therapist to a trusted, healthy friend. Finding a mentor or someone to confide in is a great step towards being healthy. Strength. Take a walk. Before a baby can run, it must walk. Likewise, before you can become the strongest version of yourself, you've got to simply take a walk. Grab the dog, your spouse, your kids, or your smartphone playlist, and simply take a walk. Notice how it feels and listen to your breath. Pay close attention to how good you feel mentally and physically after you are done. Join something. Some people do best in a group. Some love the feeling of belonging to something. If this is you, join something. A gym, a club, a group that meets up to hike. Join something that is perfect for you in this moment in time. It may not be a forever thing, but it is a wonderful place to begin. Take the stairs. From this moment on, commit to taking the stairs wherever you go. Bypass the elevator the next time you're booked into a hotel. Pass by the escalator at the airport or department store. Simply taking the stairs is an excellent way to get stronger without a ton of effort. Find an app. There are countless apps out there designed to help with fitness and health. Find a review of the top apps and download the one that makes the most sense for your needs and goals. Get beachy. Go to the beach for the day and collect shells. Walk to the end of the shore to provide a natural resistance to your body weight and build your leg strength. Play a little frisbee for arm exercise. These are simple ideas that require little effort to initiate. Start small, and once you build some stamina and new habits, you can start to increase the style and intensity of your tactics. Anyone can start anywhere and make a big impact with a small change. Workbook exercise number 4. Anyone can make a big impact by making a small change. Head over to your workbook to make some simple decisions about your health and strength. It is going to be fun. See you soon. Learn to know yourself. How well do you know yourself? Totally loaded question, by the way. I will bet a month's gym membership dues that you think you know yourself very well. Later in the workbook, we will see how this shakes out. You likely know what your favorite color is, your favorite television show, and the car you would buy if money was not an issue in the decision. Outside of this, you may or may not be as tuned into yourself as you could be. Why does that even matter? Knowing yourself well is a form of confidence. What? Yes. Knowing yourself is a form of confidence because it protects you from being in situations you shouldn't or don't want to be in. It prevents you from being manipulated by others, including the media, and gives you a solid platform to come back to when making decisions. Knowing yourself is what prevents peer pressure from taking you to regret and helps you be a leader when times are difficult. Your knowing is like a GPS or a compass that directs you when your ego wants to protect you. Let's go back for a moment to the beginning of this book. Remember when I shared how our parents may have infected us with their personal beliefs about body image? Well, if that resonated with you, I am not too far out on a limb thinking that they may have also prevented you from developing a strong sense of self-awareness. To make things worse, people tend to take on some unhealthy people-pleasing characteristics as they move through life. Remember those playground kids? They may have had an impact on your preferences, as did your teachers, the people you dated, married, worked with, etc. If at any time along the way you adopted someone else's ideas of what is fun, pretty, or preferred, you may not know who you are. So, why don't you find out? Who are you? Who you are is made up of so many things. I could write for days. To keep things concise, let's break it down to a few categories. As we explore these categories, ask yourself honestly if you know yourself in these areas. Be honest and look deep within and see if your outward life reflects your heart in these areas. Examples to look for. Does your home reflect the style and furnishings you think are ideal? Or does your home reflect someone else's idea of beauty? Do you have the haircut and style you want? Or do you wear your hair to please a spouse? Are you an introvert living uncomfortably in an extrovert world? Do you feel loved by your significant family members or often feel like you are unfulfilled in the way they show their affection? Here are the categories of self that I'd like you to reflect on. Your personality type. Did you know that everyone has a personality type? Do you know yours? Even people who think they know the general personality types are often off base. To help you define your personality, consider taking a simple online personality test like the Myers-Briggs or Enneagram to discover your personality. Why is this important? Generally, people who identify with a personality type find comfort in the description. Oftentimes, people have been bouncing along in the world, not understanding that their unique personality is common to other people. Discovering a tribe can be liberating. Additionally, all standardized personality tests offer insights into how to maximize your strengths and weaknesses and live with other personality types. Your love language. Did you know that there are generally 5 love languages that categorize how we give and receive love? 1. Words of affirmation. 2. Acts of service. 3. Quality time. 4. Gifts. 5. Physical touch. Most people have a predominant way that they give and receive love, though sometimes they are a range of 2 types. To help you define your love language, consider taking an online test at 5lovelanguages.com. Why is this important? If you are in a relationship, whether romantic or otherwise, you are bumping your love language expectations against someone else. You are likely giving out love the way you want to receive it. If your language meets the same language as someone else, you are golden. But if you are in a relationship with someone with a different love language, you may be feeling empty and unfulfilled. Knowing your language and being able to discern someone else's is a great way to live. Your morals and values. Are you living with the set of morals and values that feel like home? Are you operating in a faith, lifestyle, or value system that you embrace wholeheartedly? Or are you in the confines of someone else's morals and values? Why is this important? People who are living incongruent lives are oftentimes anxious, irritable, depressed, overweight, and underwhelmed. If you've never explored your morals and values and assessed if they reflect how you are living, it might be a good time. Your faith. Is your faith yours? Is the way you worship, love, and live truly what you know is right? Have you adopted your faith from your family or your spouse? Exploring your personal relationship with your faith is a key to knowing yourself. Why is this important? Your faith is a significant element of your life. For some, it is the key to salvation. If you are living with conflict or discord between your faith and yourself, it is vital that you get connected with the right resources to sort out these conflicts and get resolution. Your style. Are you wearing a uniform? Does your town, your family, your workspace dictate directly or indirectly what you wear? Do you feel as though you can express yourself in the manner that fits you most? Do you know what style of sheets you prefer on your bed? What scent you like? And what food you would eat if you made the executive decisions all the time? Why is this important? Many people have never lived alone. They've always traveled in packs and lived in groups. They have spent their entire lives compromising and doing what is best for the team. They have long ago set aside their private thoughts about what is fun, looks lovely, tastes good, or expresses themselves most, in favor of going with the group, being acceptable, and being part of the status quo. Being like this can impact decision-making. It can lead to bandwagoning and falling into peer pressure. Have you hit some pangs of fear that you may not know yourself entirely? This may be a contributing factor to your self-image. It may become a roadblock when you try to make changes. It is important to know as much as you can about why you think the way you do so you can help yourself think in a new way. How? By getting honest about any area of life you aren't living your truth. By getting new information about how to change in any way you want to. By loving and celebrating anything you love just the way it is. By finding professionals to help in areas where you need assistance and mentorship. Knowing who you are and what you stand for makes it easier to make decisions and gives you a measuring tool to base your choices on. Knowing yourself gives you the confidence you need to stand your ground or avoid pressure. Being someone who knows who they are always leads to a higher standing in friendships, employment, and leadership opportunities. Workbook exercise number 5. Want to get to know yourself better? Meet me in the workbook, where we will explore your thoughts about these categories and jot down important information about how well you know yourself. I'll be waiting. Conclusion. Hey, gorgeous! How did reading that statement make you feel this time? Hopefully, it was a resounding affirmation. I mentioned at the beginning of this easy-to-read book that your self-image was like an onion with so many layers. I bet you see clearly that improving your body image is tied to many things you might not have considered. Who knew your body image could be tied to imprints you had from childhood? Or that your resistance to exercise could be tied to not knowing what sort of sheets you prefer. Between the book and the workbook, I am confident that you are well on your way to examining your body image, your health, and your strength. I am eager to hear how this book has impacted you and any examples you have where you have or intend to make change. You and I can connect via email anytime. Looking back over the book, I hope your takeaways are: your parents, the playground, and your preferences were the earliest influences of your body image. The 3 Ps. Having a healthy body image reflects your ability to make an impact in all areas of life. How you see and accept yourself is an example on how you see and accept others. Celebrating yourself is preferable to accepting yourself. Focusing on being healthy and strong is more important than focusing on beauty. Knowing yourself is the ultimate key to confidence and making a significant impact on others. Each of these powerful bullet points are key concepts that weave your self-image into your confidence. The confidence you express is either strengthened or weakened by your perceptions of yourself. The workbook is a tool designed to help you maximize the thoughts launched by reading the book. Be sure to take full advantage of all the exercises in the workbook. They are designed to give you intimate space and a safe place to process your thoughts and feelings. Keep the workbook and reflect on it from time to time to show you how far you've come on your journey. It is always amazing to see the progress over time. I am confident that you have either already changed your thinking in powerful ways and are seeing improvement in your body image, or you are beginning to see the possibilities that lie ahead. I encourage you to reread this book a few times, as you will likely see something new bounce off the page just when you need it most. That is the wonderful thing about a book. Its value is proven over again with each read. Remember, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. So, reread the sections of the book frequently on your journey. Remember, Start small and tackle one bad habit while introducing one new one. Take one small step towards building your strength and examine your knowledge of yourself. You don't have to do it all at once. That can be overwhelming. Search your heart. It will lead you to where to start. Be kind to yourself. And don't worry if you feel stuck from time to time. That is normal. Thank you for allowing me to share my tips and valuable information that will improve your body image. It has been a pleasure sharing this with you. I would love to connect and hear thoughts and ideas that will help others have the best access to their self-image possible. Connect with me via email and let's start a dialogue. This completes the narration of Boost Your Body Image ebook by Verlisa Hooks. Narrated by Joyce Licorish. All rights reserved. 2020.